Hi. So, how have the lives of our pets been altered by the COVID pandemic? And I think at the beginning of the question, it is worth also pausing to think about not just the lives of these animals that we share our domestic environment with, but also the animals that reside outside of our home environment. And there have been effects to both of these two groups. I mean, the group that we invited, or the groups that we invited into our homes, historically speaking, the animals that came in to live with us in the home, historically speaking, we entered into an agreement where they would assist us in eradicating the presence of other kinds of species, so that they would work with us as a kind of double agent to eradicate other kinds of animals. So in that respect, the fate of our pets is very, very much linked to the fate of ourselves. However, there have been different effects to this group, and there have been different effects to the group of animals that reside and live around us or in the spaces outside of our homes. I mean, it's clear from the way governments have created legislation which are aimed at promoting physical and mental well-being, which allow individuals to alleviate the pressure of lockdown through for example, being able to walk your dog. And I'm thinking of anecdotal evidence in Spain, in block housing. One dog would be walked multiple times by different humans throughout the course of the day as a permitted reason for those humans to be able to leave. I think whenever there is changes, alterations to human behavior or patterns of behavior, that has a direct knock-on effect to the other behavioral patterns of all the other animals around us. Like our human shape, our human form is extremely recognizable to all other species. Our human sound is also extremely recognizable to other animal species. So it's very likely that the lack of that human form, human sound, permits more space for these other kinds of species, particularly the ones outside of our homes, to inhabit. One of the effects of this reduced human presence would be a reduction in stress hormones that animals invariably feel when they come into any kind of proximity with the human shape, the human form. So this would certainly be good. And when we think about the conditions that we have created through industrial farming, through the continual encroachment on natural landscapes or environments where animals would live, force them to have a spike in their levels of anxiety, their levels of hormones, the hormones connected to stress, which in turn weakens or compromises their immune system. And as other kinds of species get forced to live together who have compromised immune systems, it creates a landscape where viral pathogens can jump from species to species and in turn be passed on to us. We effectively create that chain, that system. It's also worth mentioning that the number of pathogens that have gone from humans to other animal species far outweighs the number of examples of pathogens which have gone the opposite way, from animals to humans. So we've done far more damage with pathogens travelling to animals than animals transferring pathogens to us. However, the most recognizable ones of animals, this landscape where humans have created the environment for pathogens to spread to us as a species, Ebola, HIV, SARS, MERS, and now COVID, show how directly linked we are, and that by promoting a solidarity with animals also promotes an understanding of public health. Like the health that we're able to apply to the animals that live around us directly also influences a promotion of our own individual human health, which is central to how COVID has gripped and strangled many aspects of our society. Perhaps it is a short type of revenge to think that we ourselves have enslaved animals to live in factories, forced to work and live in factories and never leave. That we ourselves now are being forced to isolate and remain inside of our rooms, remain inside of our home offices or our work environments, and not use the space outside. This could be understood as a form of feedback that we ourselves would have to reflect upon, and we ourselves could, through the experience of being under lockdown, understand with a better degree of clarity the lives of the animals that we forced to already exist in lockdown through forcing them to work in industrial factories. I think feedback. Yeah, I think this is a primary form of feedback, maybe even a type of revenge. And possibilities that we may respect. We may respect other kinds of species. It's also possible. But it's certainly clear that by promoting the health of the animals around us also promotes the health of us as humans.